So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. So we're very much on the way now. That's been cut out, well played. Namaso. Oh, nicely intercepted. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Viv. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. Zinchenko. And this is Wilshere. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Number 19, Wilshere.
Borussia Dortmund gain their reward with an early goal. Wilshere. Rice. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Saka. Tries to pass it through. Gyökeres! He's got a goal! 2, and we've barely begun here.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after 11 minutes.
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp! Oh my word! Dennis Bergkamp! About as smooth as it gets. And they're threatening to fly away here. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Number 21.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It is! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! A finish right from the top drawer! They are purring, truly purring! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Big chance! And it's there! The perfect outcome to mark his 50th game.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And he's intervened well there. Looking for options for movement. Now this could be a chance. Shoots! Oh, good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And it's Wilshere. Perez. Gyökeres. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That's an imaginative pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. And a chance! Incredible! Just incredible!
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Delivered with swing. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's been won straight back. Timber has it out wide and inspects. Terrific effort! No, he can't turn it in.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Bergkamp gets across and deals with it. Good ball, good take. He's cut it out. Gyökeres. And he is deft. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! They are purring, truly purring.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to count.
It's Perez! It's in! Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He has never had enough.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Getting up there! Keeper always had the measure of that. That has ended up in no man's land. Siniyoko threads one in. Ooh, perfectly. And the shot! And that's wide.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Borussia Dortmund looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Zinchenko. Bergkamp. Now, can they get him away? Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And yes, it's him again. Siniyoko. And he's lost his man here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it.
And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. No, it's wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Viv. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the chick pass hasn't quite come off. The referee has given a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Cleared away. And it's half-time. Oh, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in the second half?
Borussia Dortmund have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. So off we go again. Viv. Now it's Namaso. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Namaso. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Namaso really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marked.
Great chance! And he's stuck it away! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Nicely weighted ball. He's found a way through. Delivers the ball. Raya deals with that nice and simple. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Decent chance! Now that was quite some save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund can now introduce the first of their substitutes. They've got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
That's destined for the flank.
The attendance for this match was 61,052.
Almost an hour gone. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Perez. And it's Wilshere. Great ball, and he's in here. Shapes to shoot! And he steered it beyond the post.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Perez. Wilshere.
Dortmund.
Corner number 2 then.
19, Wilshere. Coming on the field is
Brilliantly cut out.
Schwarzer.
Auxerre has the chance to go the other way. Viv. Borussia Dortmund have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Can he get it through? Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. Oh, that is a nice touch. And this is Bergkamp! Well taken goal. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Borussia Dortmund after 71 minutes.
That has been slung wide.
Number 21.
No way through there. That is a great pick out. He's shifting through the gears. Gyökeres! Goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
How many? Just how many?
The goal scorer for
Borussia Dortmund making further changes here, and in quick succession. Eze to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more.
It's a goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He has found the way through. Searching pass he's played there. He's picked his way through. Opts to play it back. Now it's Trossard. He's had a shot! Gyökeres currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Adams. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Akpa. Pass somewhat off target. Ambitious ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
It's a promising position. Oh, shoot! And he shoots!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He's on it, can he get it? And a shot!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And now they can spring out of defence. Diomande. That's a lovely, neat pass. Spread to the right.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Looking to play him in.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Viv. Viv. Trossard. And they can counter here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now there's a fine ball, and the shot! Well, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And he's had a shot! So that's it, it is all over. Borussia Dortmund can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Gyökeres, very much the man of the moment, his boots at their twinkling best. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a smart player, I expect him to pass the test with flying colours. He's making up the extra centre-half at times, as well as making those deep, long runs towards the box. I think a cracking player with a very disciplined game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
And now, lining up for
The
Arsenal.
midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the...
Gyökeres! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nicely weighted ball. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ødegaard. Now it's Eze. He's got away. Eze. He's having a pop! Rising over the bar.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Wilshere looking here to chip it through.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Wriggles his way through. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Some good persistent defending here. Now it's Havertz. Oh, good spread. White has the space to scheme. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Rice tries to clear. Bergkamp. So what can they make of this? And this is Bergkamp. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Arsenal always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the finish! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Well read, nice interception. Gabriel. Now it's Havertz. Well timed, excellent interception. Tries to play it through. Bergkamp. That's a decent clearance. Eze.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Great vision. Saka. And this is Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Now the decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And that for him is goal number 10. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about
it. A case now of complete control.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Now it's Eze. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Pass is just off target.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Havertz. Can he get on the end of this? And he's in on goal. Chance! It's loose, and again! And how did he not make it 4?
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Havertz. Played into the box.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Bergkamp. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He has found the way through. He's in a great position. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Borussia Dortmund are having a ball here. plenty on that.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Nicely spread.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Oh, this looks sharp. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Havertz. Wilshere.
Aims beyond the defence.
Zinchenko. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Borussia Dortmund enjoying a half which is little short of perfect. The dominant force, the only force in a one-sided contest. So he's rising! Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it.
Incapuyi.
Rice. Knocks it into space.
Saka.
For Rice.
Saka.
Saka. Plays it across.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Perez. Raya claims comfortably. Rice gets into a good position. Has crossed into the middle. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Gyökeres being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop them in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Perez. Now the ball in.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Havertz. Threads one in. Now it's Perez! Ruled out the best in the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Shot a goal! Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Perez has a shot! Well, that it's fallen kindly here! And that's a tidy finish! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter!
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Shippuden.
Now it's Havertz. Now it's Madueke. Now it's Havertz. Madueke picks out brilliant chance for a shot! It's a goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
After 65 minutes is number 10, Eze.
Arsenal still making a fight of this. Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. White. Rice.
Tries to pass it through. Defending of the desperate variety.
Substitution.
So, third corner of the game. Shippuden clears without hesitation. Borussia Dortmund are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. White, Shippuden, and it's Ødegaard. Looking for the run.
Big chance!
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 20.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Number 7.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way.
Lewis Skelly.
And he
Substitution
shoots!
taking place.
And that's wide. Shippuden. And it's Eze. Foot in. Can he get it through? Madueke.
And a header! And there's a goal!
And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 29.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Arsenal
Number 4.
making further changes here, and
Coming on the
in quick
field
succession.
is
I think you have to
Number
admire
12,
his willingness to keep
Timber.
plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, that could spell trouble. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Madueke.
And the shot!
It's run loose. In he goes again. And he's hit it too high.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rice chips it through. Timber.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he latch on to this? Saka has it in a wide position. Cross into the... Ødegaard! Keeper always had the measure of that. Madueke. Havertz is onto this. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's on Schlosser!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Now, can they get him away? Eze,
There will be 5 minutes added
just seeing the
time.
board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Now it's Madueke, and he's making progress on the ball. Crosses it in. Oh, good effort! It wasn't a great header in the end. Looking for options for movement. Looking to play him in. Oh no, that was never going to make it. He's a sharp little ball here. Ødegaard bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is as far as it goes. Borussia Dortmund looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working
Just
very
a quick
nicely.
announcement, it is now time for our special lottery.
Thanks to Jim
Please grab
alongside
the
me.
tickets you would-
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the versatility of Nico Williams has been hugely impressive. I think, Peter, he's just as good on either side of the pitch, and he has a footballing brain that seems to allow him to work things out with ease. And I think it's been suggested at times that he could play further up the pitch, but I think as a fullback, having the space to run into, I think to take away that from his game would be criminal.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
So straight into the action. Saka's delivery. Foot in. Nico Williams. That is good strength. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Yuri. Nico Williams receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hangs in a cross. Shoots! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already.
Gyökeres! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Adams!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Now it's Guruzeta.
Oh, really well played.
And he's got the beating of his man.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play.
And a shot!
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
Timber. And he was quick to react. Borussia Dortmund have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he's managed to get free.
Tries a shot!
It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's managed to get rid. Cleared without hesitation.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get that? He has found the way through.
And he shoots!
And it's been hooked away.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Now it's Guruzeta. Now it's Williams. Played out towards the right wing.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Saka. Bergkamp.
Oh, good effort.
It's bounced back off the post.
Just cruising. They are cruising.
And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Gyökeres duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Number 20, Gyökeres.
A case now of complete control.
Gyökeres.
Williams. They get a throw in. Rice. It's a pretty loose pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away? Shot could be on.
He's having a shot.
It's running.
In he goes again. Goal! They are purring, truly purring.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And yes, it's him again. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's worked it through. This looks promising.
He's had a shot. It's in. Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He won't be happy with that one. Nico Williams. Chance here to counter. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nico Williams really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Guruzeta is firing after that one. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. That's a good run down the left. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a... Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Terrific effort.
Brought out the best in the keeper. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Borussia Dortmund really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Borussia Dortmund enjoying a half which is little short of perfect. The dominant force, the only force in a one-sided contest. The second half is up and running. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Guruzeta is onto it in a flash. Now it's Williams. Engages and forces him off the ball. Gyökeres. Oh, can he finish? And he's stuck it away. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. And it's Wilshere. And this is Bergkamp. Big chance! And one more try! And that's really well manoeuvred. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Yuri. He's had it taken off him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Wilshere was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gyökeres being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
And this is Wilshere. Takes a shot! It's a goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
The goal scorer for Borussia
So we have
Dortmund
movement on both benches.
after 62
And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Rice.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 7, preparing second.
He's being urged to
Coming on the
shoot.
field is number 9, Madueke.
Borussia Dortmund do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Perez. Williams. Rice. Looking for the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
After 69 minutes is
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Borussia Dortmund have opted to make another change here. Martinelli to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
number 21, Bergkamp. Coming on the field, number 4, Trossard. Number 29, Kai
Nice bit of trickery.
Number 10, Eze. Substitution
And it's
for
Zinchenko.
Borussia Dortmund.
Trossard.
Number 5, Perez.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock. He's having a hit! Oh, belter! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
The goal scorer
It's a
for
mass
Borussia
exodus now.
Dortmund.
Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 41, Rice.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rice. Substitution in progress.
Back to the keeper. Sanadi. Eze. Tries to play it through. Thinks about the shot. Havertz finds himself offside. This ended up in no man's land. Danny Vivian. Now Areso. Iñaki Williams gets into a good position. Now this could be a chance. It's crossed into the middle. And that's the keeper's ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Martinelli picks it up out wide. He's got away. Now it's Havertz.
And the shot! And that's a good finish. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Martinelli. Martinelli. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in.
5 minutes added time.
Chance for a shot!
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back. Sanadi. Some resolute defending there. And here's Havertz. And he's in on goal.
Can he finish? And a neat finish.
And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Now it's Trossard. Oh, that is a good...
Havertz! And no mistake. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
And there goes the final whistle. Borussia Dortmund really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop
Hello,
as
everyone,
both sides
and
look
welcome
to
to
clear the
Shippuden
first hurdle.
Now.
Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. So things are underway. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is.
And the finish! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Antoine Griezmann.
Borussia Dortmund penetrate first. It is a Del Piero!
Antoine Griezmann.
Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Bale. Played into space. Can he get on the end of this? Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Seedorf. And that pass just didn't quite work. Park Ji-sung. And now the breakaway. Muscular approach does pay off here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that is out of play. That is good alertness. Park Ji-sung. And it's Messi. Played out to the left flank. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos made a surge from fullback. As it turned out, unsuccessfully. He's shifting through the... Real chance! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here! And that's been well dealt with. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And here's Zola. Shot at goal! Well taken goal. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Guangdong United restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Bale. And this is Zola.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that's fabulous. Seedorf! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down. Zola
Gets flagged offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Bale. Looking for options for movement. Karambol has the space to scheme. Plays it across. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Gattuso. He'll try from distance. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, good climb! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And he cuts out the supply.
And the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So we have a break.
He's having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Park Ji-sung clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Great chance! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Can he get it through? And he's managed to get... It's Bale! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Throw it. Borussia Dortmund looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Messi. The less said about that pass, the better. Zanetti. Stam. That pass has been well intercepted. Good play on the left-hand side here. Messi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good-looking ball. He's on it. Can he get away? Shoots! Karambur.
This is the time you need that pace.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
He's found a way through.
Seedorf!
Xavi Alonso. Nicely shaped ball. Well read. Nice interception. And here's Del Piero. Thinks about... Bale! That's the end of the first 45.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Borussia Dortmund claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. Back on the way then. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's an imaginative pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Didn't quite work for him. Roberto Carlos. Griezmann. And they've got a throw. Akanji. Stood up well to him there. That's a shade optimistic. Zola. That's a good ball out wide. Tries to play it through. And it's been played through. He's got it. It's Bale!
And he has kicked it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And they can counter here. That ball looks a good one. And the pass is intercepted. And that's a
Big chance! Goal! Back to within 1. Interesting.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Zola demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Number 7, Griezmann.
Wantong United cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Coming on the field.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Wantong United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Danny Olmo, Park Ji-sung,
Chance for a shot! And a neat finish!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Number 6, Xabi Alonso. Coming on to replace him is...
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Borussia Dortmund now in a position far more desirable.
Well, there's
Del Piero! And they've got rid.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Park Ji-sung. Coming on the field is number 12, Danielson.
Bojan Krkic did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Very nicely done. Not the most accurate pass. Azar. Howson cuts it out. Roberto Carlos. Danielson picks it up out wide. Pinches it off him. Zanetti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Azar, and that is masterful defending. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
that appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Azar. It's Azar! Into the last quarter of an hour. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. And he was quick to react. Now that looks a decent ball. That's been slipped through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Del Piero shapes to shoot! Danny Olmo to Danielson. It's a good foot in there. Threads one in. Zanetti makes the interception. And it's Azar. And this is Del Piero. So no flag here. He has found the way through. Takes a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Hazard with the short one. Hazard.
Can he finish?
Howson can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard. And he's been shifted off it. Guardiola. And he plays one through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They get a throw in. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a cute ball. Stam calmly anticipates.
Has been indicated.
Great vision. It's come to nothing. Rijkaard. Fernandez wins the duel this time. Del Piero! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Juve. Zanetti aims beyond the defence. Del Piero. There's the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Del Piero deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Muangthong United get their fourth corner, and this is Del Piero. And Del Piero! They want to be quick to recover this. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all
Fellow
a
attendees,
very
this
good
is
evening.
a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to